So I guess we can call this the summer updates. Okay. All right. So I've been rather sporadic about doing this, and I've been my schedule for being able to edit and test and get everything posted and all that stuff has been really weird and erratic. And I've been trying to get at least one video a week, but it's taken an awful lot of bench testing because what it turns out I've been doing lately has just been doing stuff, for like budget CPUs and how they compare to, say, the budget graphics card and things of that nature. So I thought I would take just a moment or two to kind of give an update on what's going on with the house. First of all, thank you to Veterans United because they were amazing. Susie and Susan and Bart and everybody with them, a fantastic, just amazing experience all the way around. Tyler, thank you so much. Tyler Carpenter, folks, if you're looking for a realtor, outstanding job. He was very patient with me. We went and we took a look at several things, and a lot of these places I thought I was going to go look for on my own or look at on my own. He's like, no, I'll meet you there. Just tell me what time. And he was awesome. So if you're looking, especially in the Tampa area, his agency does an amazing job, and he personally is an amazing person. So just that incredible. The title company and Mr. Stecker, who sold me the home. I dearly appreciate it. I am so fortunate to be able to get the home that I wanted. It took a little bit, a few offers to a couple of places, but this was the right home. This fits me. This is the right place, and this is where I need to be. So that's all worked out pretty well. I've started to get the office figured out a little bit, and I'll run a little bit of a clip of maybe some little B-roll here of how things are starting to get set up. By no means is it done. This will be a rather it's going to evolve quite a bit. I'm sure I've got temporary things in place. I've got a little temporary workstation over here that I've been doing a bunch of benchmarking, and I have figured it out that that's not going to work. I need something. I need a little bit better setup than an old TV stand to try to help me out with it. So we'll get that figured out. And I've got to run some power. And obviously we got some Ethernet running here, but we got to do a little bit more. Got some storage area behind me. The dresser that's behind me, that 8 drawer back there, I've started using for different compartments and everything, so I can keep up with cables and SSDs and hard drives and things of that nature. Thumb drives, different wires, different just miscellaneous stuff that I may or may not need at any one particular time. Memory, what have you. I can find it in there much easier than trying to rifle through all my shelves that I've already got, say, processors or boxes or whatever else on. Speaking of processors and boxes and things like that, I am still in the process, no pun intended, processors and process, of checking CPUs against each other and just budget and affordable stuff. I do think I have to look for, I don't know if I'm going to look for another case or not. Cases are just so weird right now. I've got a couple of cases behind me that I've worked in before, but I don't want to work in the same cases every time. But then again, I don't want to go out and buy something outlandish that I may or may not ever use again. So I have to experiment a little bit that way. But CPUs now have gotten to the point where even the Ryzen 5 5600, just the base model 5600, no X or anything, it was down to like $150. I think I got a coupon, or it was one of those deals that it was on sale at Newegg. $159 with the coupon made it $149. That puts it right in range with these other ones. Now this was a tad bit higher, but you can find the 11400 for about $150 as well, which is also 6-core 12-thread. So these newer processors are coming in at a budget price, and 6-core and 12-thread a couple years ago would have set you back a couple $100 easy, and it's just not the case anymore. What I did notice is when I was doing this and I was testing some of these, some of the numbers I was getting for the 11400, even though it was running a little warm, and we'll talk about that when I do another video, some of those numbers were getting really, really close to numbers I was getting on the Ryzen 3700X, that Ryzen 7 3700X, an 8-core 16-thread. So I will be very interested to see how the 5600 stacks up against that, and how the 5600 stacks up against the i5 11400. Yes, a little bit, it's supposed to be a little bit difference in clock speed. The 11600 would be a better match to go against this with, but I've got what I've got, and we're talking about a $150 budget there. So Anyway, that's something else going. I might have to, given what I have, test with the motherboards I have, but ideally I would want to test that with a B560 and a B550, which are both sort of that middle tier Intel and AMD. So we've got apples to apples comparison, but we'll see what we have. It might not be that big of a deal. It might be something just kind of interesting. It might be, who knows what might be. Anyway, there's more stuff I got coming up. I'm going to try to run Ethernet through this entire house, not during the summer. Going to be running Ethernet through this entire house. I've got to set up a server so I can have a backup server. I've got more fun with the Raspberry Pi coming in and a VPN that I want to set up. I've got a lot of little things going on that we're just going to have to figure it out. I want to set the living room up where I can have my gaming computer in the living room and just this rig back here to do editing and if I'm online streaming or something like that. So yeah, it ought to be a pretty interesting end of summer into fall if I can keep up with the schedule. Who knows? But I'm going to try my best. Okay, so that's and we're just going to keep on rolling. And there might be one or two of these mixed in, or there might be one or two where you get to see what's going on in the backyard, or there might be one or two where I take a vlog and I take a trip to Ocala to go visit my sister and my brother-in-law and their 20-pound Rottweiler. It's a pug, but she thinks she's a Rottweiler, affectionately known as Kichi, which is Hungarian for small or little. So anyway, I'm getting way off the beaten path, way off the subject. The fact of the matter is things are going really well. I'm getting settled in the house. I'm getting it set up the way it is. There will be plenty of projects to go around, plenty of things to fill you guys in on. And we are going to do our best to get back into the swing of things and just keep the ball rolling. Okay? So that's all I have for right now. I have one thing besides, you guys like and subscribe and all that good stuff. I'm getting a lot closer to 500 subs, which would allow me to be on some of these affiliate programs for like Amazon and all that, where if I buy something like this on Newegg or Amazon, I can direct you guys to that, and maybe you get a good deal and I get a little bit back for it. But I encourage you to do that, obviously. Getting close to 500. Can't get to 500 unless I get you guys' help, so please do that. But the only thing that I really want you to do more than anything else, just be nice to somebody today, okay? Could be a random stranger, could be a good friend, could be a family member, could be somebody you haven't talked to in a while. Just be nice to somebody, okay? Random stuff. Doesn't have to be anything major. Just do something nice. So that is all I have for this time, folks. Until next time when we start playing with us. I'll see you later.